jail time for the 3 Delaware County police officers who pled guilty in the shooting death of 8-year-old Fanta Bility. But the former Sharon Hill officers you see on the screen will not walk away free. Good evening, everyone. I'm Chris O'Connell.
And I'm Dawn Timoney. You'll remember that little girl was killed while attending a football game back in 2021. And Jeff, you spent the day in court. Her family has spent years since then fighting for justice. So I'm sure a really emotional day for everyone there.
I think it was. I think there is some division, I think, in the family as to whether they're disappointed or pleased with what actually happened today. I can tell you this, the courthouse was absolutely filled. On one side, the family of Fanta Bility. On the other, the supporters of the 3 police officers. There was talk, there were tears, and then there was a sentence. For the family of Fanta Bility, who entered Delaware County Court to gather Friday, this had been a long time coming. Killed in a wave of police gunfire in the summer of 2021, this was the day 3 Sharon Hill police officers would be sentenced for her death, with their supporters looking on.
My little sister, she was very caring, very kind, very outgoing. She was very sweet also, and I speak for her.
It was August 27th as the 8-year-old was leaving an Academy Park high school football game in Sharon Hill with her parents when she was struck down. 3 police officers, Brian Devaney, Devin Smith, and Sean Dolan, fired a total of 25 shots at a vehicle they mistakenly believed was the source of gunfire coming at them. Their bullets passing through the car, killing Fanta Bility and wounding others. Fired from the Sharon Hill force, the officers eventually pled guilty to 10 counts each of reckless endangerment. Friday, after tearful apologies to the family in court, they avoided prison and were sentenced to 5 years probation with 11 months on house arrest.
We forgive, but we will not forget Fanta Bility. That's what I want to say.
We are very disappointed about today's sentencing decision by the judge.
Disappointed, but accepting of the sentence, says the family, which has sued Sharon Hill in federal court. In court, the DA's office urged the judge to send the former officers to prison, but she did not. Jack, again, your ADA did call for...
Right, and as you heard...
Are you disappointed that they did not get that?
As I'm about to say, Jeff,
Okay.
You heard the judge say that nobody is going to be completely happy with any sentence.
And the assistant district attorney did, in fact, ask that the officers be put in prison. They did not get that from the judge. Remember, at the time these officers mistakenly fired on the vehicle that they believed was coming toward them, there were, in fact, gunfire between 2 young people who were warring. That's what the officers thought was happening. That's why they shot at the car. They, in fact, killed Fanta Bility. The Bility family believes there needs to be police reform in the U.S. They say they have some ideas. They will share them soon in media at the courthouse. Jeff Cole, Fox 29 News. Folks.
All right, any way you look at it, a real tragedy.
Before I start this video, I want to give my thoughts and prayers to Fanta Bility's family. I know that, it happened 2 years ago when this beautiful 8-year-old girl was deleted by those 3 police officers. And, my heart and my thoughts and prayers goes out to them. Now, with that being said, let's get down to business, shall we? And I'm going to tell you like this, the prosecution in this case has dropped the ball, in my opinion. They did. Because if it wasn't for them, these 3 police officers would have spent the rest of their lives in prison for the murder of Fanta Bility, the 8-year-old girl. And the prosecutors dropped the ball. Now, all these police-involved shootings, the stories that I've been doing over the years when it comes to police-involved shootings, and most of them have a lot in common, and that is that basically they either get slapped on the wrist or no jail time, or when it comes to the grand jury, there will be no indictments. And these 3 police officers has basically getting only 5 years probation and a house arrest. That's all they're going to get for the deleted of an 8-year-old girl, Fanta Billy. This is why people in the black community don't trust the police. They don't trust them at all. You know, because they felt like they don't, I mean, basically if it's in the other communities, you know, they know they're safe in other communities. But when it comes to the black communities, they don't feel safe when it comes to them. They don't. You know, Fanta Billy, an 8-year-old girl, was a bystander. They deleted this girl. And what you're telling me, they're only going to get a 5-year probation for this and a house arrest? Now, I noticed that Fanta Billy's family, I know they sound like they're foreigners. I think they sound like they're Africans or they're Caribbean. I don't know where they're from. And I hear them say they forgive them, but they're not going to forget Fanta Billy. There's the forgiveness card again, but I don't want to go there right now. All I'm focusing on is those 3 officers and how the prosecutor just fumbled the football. They dropped the ball in this case. They could have get 35 years to life, but they chose not to. And why? They deleted an innocent 8-year-old girl. And they got away with it pretty much. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people say that the police needs training. We need police reform, yada, 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 yada. But you have to think in my mind, like, they say police need training. But why do police need training? It's always been like this over the years. Ain't nothing changing. Nothing when it comes to police training. It's nothing changed. That 8-year-old girl, Fanta Billy, shouldn't be deleted like this. But they did. Now they pleaded guilty to this, and they're only going to get a 5-year probation and a house arrest. Y'all let me know what you think about this. I mean, this is just ridiculous. And see, the thing of it is that it's saddened that this young girl, Fanta Billy's, ain't growing up to see her prom, to see her graduation, to see her going to college, to see her graduating from college, or getting married or having kids. They're not going to see that. But with these 3 police officers who just pled guilty and getting house arrest and 5-year probation, oh, they're going to have their families. They're going to have their family barbecues, seeing their kids growing up, you know, seeing their kids' proms, graduations, you know, getting married, having their weddings, etc., etc., etc. But that little girl ain't going to have that luxury. Fanta Billings ain't going to have that luxury. And this is one thing I just don't get. Why can't these officers be held accountable for their actions? It doesn't make any sense. They need to be held accountable, and they're not. So y'all let me know what you think about this this video, and please like, click, and subscribe my YouTube channel for all the news and commentary. With that being said, Lions Den is gone. Deuces.